X Factor star Talia Dean has opened up about her heartbreaking secret postnatal depression battle and how the show helped her recover. The 32-year-old finalist revealed how after having her beloved son Blake, she struggled to come to terms with her newfound responsibility as a mom, and had such crippling anxiety she couldn't leave the house. Talia has bravely opened up about her struggle with postnatal depression. Speaking exclusively with The Sun Online, Talia said, "Nobody knew that I was depressed, I just felt stressed all the time. Every time I looked at Blake, I couldn't leave the house. Just the thought of forgetting a bottle or a nappy, it was just so overwhelming. I was obsessed with him, and wouldn't let anyone else look after him. I ended up in my own world, just me and Blake, isolated from everyone. It was the worst thing, because you don't know you're doing it. You just think, no, this is just what it is. Mums are meant to be stressed out every moment of the day. I wasn't eating." Talia has said that her little boy is her world, and the pressure to provide for him left her crippled with anxiety. The former airport worker auditioned for the show in order to return to her love of Talia was so desperate to stay strong over her secret heartache that she even managed to hide the fact she was struggling from her mum and her partner Dean, pretending to be cleaning when he was in the house to hide the fact she'd been crying in her pajamas all day. As soon as he'd come in, I'd managed to switch it off. So he had no idea, and I think it went through till about 8 months with Blake," said Talia. "The whole beginning of his life. He was my world." Talia has now embraced her life in the limelight and wants to be the best mom she can be. "He had to be in bed by 8:05. He had to be fed by 4:02. Everything was like this, and if anything knocked that pattern, it would drive me crazy. If somebody said, 'Do you want to pop down to the shops with me?' I would literally have a meltdown. I wouldn't know what to do. How can I go down the shops? I don't know where the bottles are. What if he cries? What if he needs a nappy? What if I forget the nappies? What if I forget the wipes?" Talia became one of Nicole Scherzinger's overs after being voted the Onsa's wildcard. "All you're trying to do is just keep them alive. I was so scared. Everything you do is to try and keep them alive, and that is such a big thing, and I had nobody." It wasn't until the star suffered a heartbreaking miscarriage just 8 months after giving birth to her first child that doctors were finally alerted to the problems Talia was suffering. The singer made it through to the live finals of this year's X Factor. "The fact that I'd gone to hospital and they'd just started asking questions about what I'd been doing, and Blake hadn't been going to his checkups, and I just couldn't face the world at all. I just broke down in tears," she admitted. "That was the moment they realized that some things weren't quite right. If I hadn't have miscarried, then I don't know what would have happened, because I wouldn't have told anybody." Thank you. After opening up to her loved ones, and seeking help from postnatal depression helpline, Pandas. X Factor's Talia Dean sings culture clubs. "Do you really want to hurt me at judges' houses? Pandas have been really good with helping me out. And obviously I'm at the end of it now, but when you hit that, it doesn't go away completely. It takes a long time, it doesn't just snap off," she confessed. "It can happen to anybody, and it doesn't make them a bad mom. It doesn't make people less or weak. There's such a stigma about it, and men can get postnatal depression too, but hardly anyone talks about it. You feel so much responsibility when you're a parent, you feel like you're weak if you ask for help," she added. But realistically, no one can do it on their own. After discovering her postnatal depression, Talia reached out to Group Pandas to help her through it as the star began to recover. Talia, who had been performing as a Ian for years in pubs, clubs and in bands, auditioned for X Factor in order to get a taste of herself back. She told us, "In the month that I auditioned, I was still having the postnatal therapy because originally I just thought, oh, I just want to do something good, and do something really positive and go and audition for this. And find me again." While Talia was known as being bright and bubbly on the show, behind the scenes she was hiding her secret battle with postnatal depression. "I literally just wanted to take my mind off things," she added. "Find out who I was, go and audition. I honestly didn't think I'd make it past the first round, and all this mental stuff happened." However, even the audition process didn't come without its drama, as her now 1-year-old boy then fell seriously sick. Talia decided to try X Factor to help her regain her identity after becoming a mom. "My son caught meningitis halfway through the audition process," she reveals. And it was absolute craziness. He's absolutely fine now. They caught it really early, but he was in hospital for a week, so I pulled out of the competition. After we got him home, one of the researchers asked how he was and then said the opportunity was still there if I wanted it, so I went back in. Talia Dean sings One Direction's You Don't Know You're Beautiful on The X Factor. Meet Miles Stevenson, the X Factor winner with all-conquering Raksu X Factor's Raksu celebrate with Grace Davies and Kevin Davey White at Rap Party. Did Raksu win every week? The X Factor phone vote stats reveal Tracyland Jefford reveals why she deserves to be on the X Factor tour. X Factor's Holly Tandy and Leon Mallet have grown close. Elisa Bono-Obra reveals why she should come back for the X Factor Tour 2018. Sam Black urges you to vote for him as the X Factor Tour 2018's wildcard. Spencer Sutherland asks you to vote for him to go on the X Factor Tour. Leon Mallet tells you why you should vote for him to go on the X Factor Tour. Dak Joel reveal why they deserve to get your X Factor live tour vote. Rael Williams reveals why she should be on the X Factor 2018 live tour. Holly Tandy tells you why you should vote her onto the X Factor 2018 live tour. But despite the risky move, Talia admitted that her stint on the show ultimately worked in her favor, and returning to her L roots helped her redefine herself away from being a mum. I needed it to remind me of who I was and who I used to be, she said. I used to be a singer. I used to sing. While her X Factor journey came to an end in the first week of live shows, Talia now has the opportunity to join a host of other finalists on the X Factor live tour. Talia Dean appeals to Sun readers to become the seventh act on the X Factor 2018 UK tour, to have Talia join X Factor winners Raksu, runner-up Grace Davies, Kevin Davey White, Matt Lennon, Lloyd Macy and the Cut Kelvins. Make sure you vote to the Sun Online's exclusive poll to cast your vote. Think she has what it takes? Click here. Voting closes at midnight on December 8th. Simon Cowell has revolutionized this year's X Factor tour. The all-new 14-day tour puts the power back in the On's hands, as each night our finalists battle it out for fans' votes just like they do on Britain's most exhilarating TV show. Click here to buy tickets now. Got a story? Email digishowbiz@thesun.co.uk or call us direct on 0207 782 4220. We pay for videos too. Click here to upload yours.